Today, our first speaker of the day is Sandy Amelino. Sandy is well known throughout District 12. Sandy is a division director. She's been an area governor, pathways trainer, club officer of several clubs, has helped charter many clubs within District 12. She's a super lady of many talents. She loves God and she loves everything that she does. Now I'd like to introduce Sandy Amelino, who will be providing us with information for Club Coach. Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you. I'm going to be sharing screen, but I wanted to ask, has anybody here been a club coach? Roz, okay, good.
Yes, I
And
have.
Deborah, so that was under the old program, correct? Okay, so I'm going to
Part
share
of the
with you
current one.
under the current one. Awesome.
Yes.
Very good. So you have firsthand experience. So I'm going to share the requirements under the new club coach program. Can you see my screen? Okay. I'm going to turn on the slide. Start from the beginning. So this is the new club coach program. The requirements are quite a bit different than the one in the legacy program. And I can see all of the members in this club are resilient at moving forward to reach their goals. And why would you want to become a club coach? One of the requirements to getting your DTM for sure is a great motivator. And you're serving as a club coach. You could be a club mentor if you're not going to be a club coach. And I'm going to give you the requirements for the membership in a club to be a club coach. You grow your skills and you help the club with their club legacy. You know, you might be the first one to get the DTM in the club and open the pathway to others in the club to follow you because of your example. This is how you get to the club coach program. You don't have to purchase it. It's not a path that you purchase. So you go to Basecamp and you click on the tutorials and resources aspect. And then there's the club coach program to choose from. You click on the club coach manual and you start with an introduction to the program. So here are the requirements. Being appointed as the club coach, either your district director or the delegated person could be the program quality director, which is Dr. Valencia, or the club growth director could appoint you. And there's a special form that the individual signs and the one of the top three will sign, and one of the folks in the particular club that's going to be coached. So the club to be coached has at least 3 members and no more than 12. The coach may not have been a member of the club in the past 6 months. And the coach has to be an active member in Toastmasters for at least a year. So it's not a brand new Toastmaster. The coach has served in the club officer role either for 1 year or 2 6-month terms. And the coach has completed a minimum of a level 2 in pathways, or under the legacy program, the advanced communicator bronze or the advanced leader bronze. And the coach must complete the club coach training program in Basecamp. Part 2 is the period of service is at least a minimum of 6 months. So if the club becomes distinguished by June 30th, that means that you would have needed to be appointed a coach by January 1st prior to that date. And the coach can only coach 1 club at a time. No longer can you coach multiple clubs. The coach may not become a member of the coached club during their assignment. So clubs only need 3 new members to be distinguished with their educationals, but you as the coach cannot be one of those 3 members. And the coach must complete and submit the club coach preliminary report, which has you looking at the club history for the past few years. You know, have they had educational goals? Have they been a distinguished club? Have they had consistent membership? The club coach may receive district leadership credit if they get the club to 20 members. Now, that's a real feat to get a club of 12 up to 20. But if you do that, then district leadership credit would be the same as being an area director. So that's quite an accomplishment. So they're willing to give you that credit. And if the club coach is unsuccessful, this coming June 30th, you can be extended for 2 additional program years. Not that you want to do that, but it is possible. The program takes about 40 to 90 minutes to go through. And this is just a preview of the different chapters: an introduction, becoming the club coach, completion, and getting started. These are some of the chapter headings: objectives, creating a thriving club, the club coach program, the eligibility, the appointing, the helping the club thrive. And as a coach, you're making connections. These may be lifelong connections. You're setting expectations for the club. Are they interested in becoming a distinguished club? Creating an action plan, helping them accomplish that, helping them run club meetings, driving the membership, suggesting ways to drive their membership, recognizing accomplishments, submitting the required documents, and getting credit. This is me starting the program. It says 5% complete, and this is one of the quizzes. Think of an ideal Toastmasters club, and you check all the possibilities. An ideal club could have 20 members. Admit members without following voting procedures. I don't think so. Fill all the roles for every meeting, etc. In each of the quizzes, you've got to get 100%. So if you missed one, you go back and you do the quiz again. You want to welcome the guests. Members should attend most meetings. Have creative table topics that are engaging. Have the members keep track of the members' progress through pathways, and prioritize the educational awards, and have the members provide effective support for each other. These are some of the resources that they suggest. I don't know if you've looked at them. Mastering Your Meetings, Toastmaster Wears Many Hats. That one goes through all the different roles in the Toastmasters meeting. It's a great brochure to give to your guests. And then the Distinguished Club Manual, inviting district leaders, hosting an open house, which we're encouraged, all the divisions are encouraged to have an open house and participate in some sort of membership building program, whatever you decide that is. There's a knowledge check to see where you're at initially. What is the purpose of the club coach? To help the clubs increase their membership and improve their club quality, for the club coaches to focus on recruiting new members, to provide new prospective club on processes and procedures. The new program here. Right now, we currently just need to add 3 new members, not the previous 5, to be distinguished. Complete 5 goals. The club coach cannot be one of the 3 members. And to be eligible, again, you have to be a paid member, not have been an existing member in the last 6 months, have been in Toastmasters at least a year, have served as an officer, and have completed level 2 or the Advanced Communicator Bronze or Advanced Leader Silver in the old program. Completed the training module. The club coach and the members of the club must also do the module. Submit reports periodically. The president must submit in writing at the end of the term, even though the club gets distinguished. It's not like the old program where you automatically got credit. Your president needs to send a note to club coaches at toastmasters.org to say that you helped them reach their goal. I challenge you to review the program and to be a club coach. Now, I just wanted to point out some interesting things. I got this. Congratulations, you finished the module. I thought I was done. Wrong. I was only 95% complete. So make sure you get to the 100% complete. I had to go back and finish the program. And this is just one of the pages. If you search Club Coach, you get the resources just in a quick format that you can click on: the first report, the Club Coach agreement, the Club Coach daily report, the final report, the preliminary report, and frequently asked questions. And this is just the beginning of the page where you sign to get assigned as a club coach, the agreement. And there's a list of 40 clubs that need club coaches. So I recommend going to Toastmasters District 12 additional reports and looking at what clubs need a coach, and then find a club, see when they meet, see if that day and time works for you. Visit the club, see if the club likes you, if you like the club, and then ask to be assigned as a coach. And that's clicking on Find a Club. My club Fantastic Communicators can use a club coach. We're the last Friday of the month. And I'm going to go over time, sorry. This is a report that I just recently found. I want to see what my status is as a club coach. You scroll down from the main page on Toastmasters and click on Achievement Board. Then you click on Club Support History. And here I am, Prime Time Toastmasters is still pending. They said they'll accomplish this and finish it in September. It hasn't happened yet. And then the other report where you can look to see who's appointed as club coaches for your district is under the distinguished reports. Scrolling down, District 12, you select a report, the club coach program, and these are the names that on that particular day were listed as club coaches in District 12. And that's the end. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Sandy. When I started as a club coach, they had not made a lot of these changes. I've learned so much today. Thank you. This is very, very detailed. You are awesome. Thank you so very, very much. We now have round robin that will be going around and asking Sandy questions or doing a round robin evaluation for what her awesome thing was. Roz Carter.
Oh, Sandy, thank you so much. This was amazing. It is different from the legacy program. And I find how there's a distinct difference in really wanting the club coach to support the club. It's no longer trying to match people with the club and see how it fits. The clubs that I coached, many times they didn't even want a coach. And when I would ask them to do something, they're like, no, that's okay. We're fine. We're going to get our membership up. And there was no connection there. But sometimes there was. And this, with the modules and the testing and how you said you were at 95% completed, it's allowing you to see how you could be more in tune with your duties as a coach. Now, you could still get credit, right, if the club is distinguished, but if you get up to 20 members, then there's another level of distinction. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Thank you so much.
Anita.
Thank you. Andy, that presentation was great. There are definitely a lot of changes from before. My question for you is, being so many times you have been a club coach, What's one thing you wish you knew or was not, you were not expecting when you became a club coach, even with all the training that you went through? Was there any surprise?
Well, you just don't know how the club's going to react.
Mm.
This particular club had not had any educationals in the Pathways program in the past 3 years, so I didn't see a lot of hope. And
Mm.
then in one of the club meetings, someone said, I'm a level 3 Pathways. And I said, oh, really? And I had volunteered to meet with them after the meeting, during the meeting, to walk them through the Pathways program. And then finally, I walked one of the members through how you use the Pathways program, and then walking one of the base camp managers through how you complete not just one part, but 2 steps to get credit for your level completion. And voila. I mean, I didn't think they were going to be distinguished. There were all these hidden levels that had not been completely processed, either by the member or the base camp manager. And then all of a sudden their president's distinguished. You just don't know what's going to happen. You know, they weren't real receptive again to all the things. I did not get the president to do the club coach program. He works. I got someone who was retired in the club to do the club coach program. So as long as at least one officer does the program, then, and everybody signs the form, you can get processed. And I must say, you have to follow up, because getting a signature electronically and getting it pushed forward to the next step, even though I put it in the emails, took a lot of follow-up.
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you. We have Bon. He has a question. You're on mute.
Yes, sorry. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Sandy. Great presentation. I have 2 questions, actually. One is that what would be the outcome if there's a situation? We see this happens all the time. One club has a very strong membership baseline, like 27, 26, but they still feel they're distinguished because their educational goals not strong enough. What would be the outcome? They're still getting the coach credit or not?
Well, if the clubs at one time had 20 members, you know, but to get assigned a coach, they were down to 12. So they just have to add the 3 members and get at least 5 educational goals. They can be distinguished. They don't have to get all the way up to 20. Just add 3 over your base to be distinguished with your educational goals.
Yeah, what I mean is it still happens. Some clubs, they really have even more than 20 members, 27, 26. In my division where I serve, I see that situation, but they fail to get distinguished. So what happens with the coach? I have to continue the service.
Yes, yes,
okay.
Yes, you either continue with that same club,
yeah,
for the period of time that you're allowed, or you may elect, if they're not receiving your information, you may elect to remove yourself from club coach there and find another club to coach.
Okay, so this is a following question. Where you said if they get more than 20 members, they got leadership credit. Once the coach gets the leadership credit, is this coach credit still there, or that will be removed automatically? He or she will serve another coach to get that coach credit back because that credit already gone to leadership. What happens with the overlapping?
I think that I think you get credit for both. I think you get your club coach credit, and that's you can look at it on your own history there that you got that credit, but then it gives you an additional credit because you stretch the club even higher than the requirement was.